green. This must be it. You know, I've heard about this oasis place from a bunch of people out in the wasteland. Even Three Dog mentioned it.
Now what if I, the all-powerful Three Dog, Bow Wow Wow, were to tell you that somewhere right here in the capital wasteland, there's a place with lots of trees.
I guess it's real. I can see why it'd be so hard to find.
Outsider, you have arrived. Please, come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Who doesn't like to be kept waiting? Okay.
I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
Just a minute. Who are you and what is this place?
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself. I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our home, OASIS.
Okay, who's waiting for me inside?
Why, he is, of course. If you'll just follow me to the pavilion, all will be explained.
Okay, fine. Lead on.
Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
Another day in the wasteland.
We welcome you with outstretched arms.
Thank you. Wow, it's so beautiful here. Are those apples? What? This place is amazing.
We welcome you with outstretched arms.
Thank you.
Hello.
Is this the place? The pavilion?
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
Amazing. This place seems so abundant with life.
The innocent creatures are drawn here by his gifts. They come from across the wasteland to live in this sanctuary. This part of the world is healing, my friend, and it's all thanks to him.
The way you're saying him, I could swear you're referring to a god.
He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home.
I may be willing to help, but I need straight answers about who he is.
I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The Tree Minders are blessed to have this being watch over us.
What? Is it like a mutant tree that's able to talk? Why do you call yourselves the Tree Minders?
We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a tree minder.
Oh, 2 decades, so this place is rather recent. I wonder what's changed. It does concern me that you won't let outsiders in. I get you're trying to protect him, but isn't that a bit xenophobic? And, if you hate technology, why are you all carrying weapons?
Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates.
I can respect that. You may not like guns, but you respect their utility. Which brings us to why I'm here, I suppose.
Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation. As you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
I would be honored to meet this person.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin.
Just a minute. What does the ceremony involve?
It's simple, really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
Oh, wait, yeah, I remember Oasis having some type of drug.
Last time I was there, they told me that someone named the Great One wanted to speak to me, that I should drink some of their homemade booze and join them in some kind of ceremony.
Well, I hope it's safe. Could we wait just a bit, though? I'm not quite ready.
I understand, my friend. Preparing to meet him takes much preparation and soul-searching. You may walk about Oasis as you see fit, but please, don't take too long. When you're ready to undergo the ceremony, just ask.
Okay, fine. I'll be back.
May the sap of his wisdom sustain you.
We welcome you with outstretched arms.
Thank you. I'm gonna go talk to people around here if that's okay. Hello?
It's not wise to keep the Great One waiting.
If you say so. Hello?
We'll speak after you meet the Great One.
Hi.
We'll speak after you meet the Great One.
It's not wise to keep the Great One waiting.
Okay, I get the picture. All of you guys have to wait here, though. I'm pretty sure this offer is just for me. Alright, I guess I'll go through with the ceremony.
What is it you wish to talk about, my friend?
I'm ready to undertake the ceremony.
Very good. Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin.
Okay.
As soon as the rest of the tree minders are in place, we'll begin.
Okay.
Drink of the sap from the basin. Only then will he reveal himself.
Okay.
The basin of purification is filled with some sort of thick, viscous sap.
Oh, well, here we go.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
Okay. Tired. Wow. It's beautiful here. Is that the living tree? Wait a minute, this tree is alive! Hello? Hello?
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I understand. I've never met a talking tree before.
Neither have I. Well, I talked to Herbert, but he never really says anything back. Do you, Herbert? He kept growing around me. Maybe for calling him Herbert all the time. His name's really Bob. I think it's funny when I call him Herbert, though.
Okay. So you're trapped in there inside this Bob thing.
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
Wait, a plant that proliferates very quickly and can grow around you and keep you alive? That sounds like Project China.
My favorite was a ghoul-like creature we called Harold. We gave him a gift called Project China and let him loose. He was a most amusing creature. We are unsure of what happened to him, however.
Wait, that's how it went east. You carried it. Huh. Is that how a tree ended up growing out of your head?
It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Yeah. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
Wait, Mariposa? That was where Project America was. So you must be some type of unique FEV mutant. Alright, so the tree minder said you needed my help?
Yes, I do. Or, I guess, we do. Me and Bob, that is. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
What? Kill you? You can't be serious.
Completely serious. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was so hard on you. But yeah, you can't move. That must be torture. Huh. How would I be able to kill you, though? You're a tree.
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
Well, you do know if I kill you, those tree minders, they're not gonna like that.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make 'em come around.
I must ask, have you tried to kill yourself?
Now, how exactly am I supposed to do that? I can barely move anymore. Thanks to Bob, I'm obviously not going to be doing anything for a very long time.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Can I have some time to think about it?
Oh, of course. I know this is an unusual request, but hey, I'm an unusual tree, huh? Well, Bob is, anyway. We'll just keep it an open invitation then. I don't want to wait until the next person visits. It could be years. You're all I've got.
Don't worry, I won't leave without giving you an answer. Well, goodbye for now then, Herbert. Or was it Bob?
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Nice to meet you, Harold.
After your conversation with Harold, where he wished for you to end his life, he whispered something to you. He said he hadn't moved in so many years, he hadn't had anything to live for, hadn't felt anything in such a long time. As the only person who would even consider ending his life, he also asked if you would perhaps allow him to know pleasure one last time before death. Much like his heart had drifted amongst his root system, you'd need to find Harold's wood. It should still be in the area somewhere.
Yeah, I can understand why you would want that. I'll keep it in mind, okay? Alright, I guess I'll talk to the tree minders.
There's nowhere like this left in the world anymore, eh, outsider?
No, there isn't. It's very beautiful.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way.
You know, why wouldn't you just ask him what he wants? He's not a god, Birch. His name's Harold.
Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry. You'll soon see things as I do.
Are you aware that Harold wants to die?
Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
How exclusionary are you? That's evil. But I guess killing him would stop the Oasis from spreading.
You misinterpret his words, my friend. He wants you to extinguish that which seeks to make him vulnerable. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
Are you kidding me?
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
Why don't any of you listen to Harold?
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
Well, I mean, spreading the Oasis is obviously the better outcome, but it's not what he... I give up. Just tell me what you want.
I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Okay.
Revel, outsider.
That would be good,
You
but
are
that's
under
not
his
what he asked
protection.
for. Ah, damn. Seems like my flashlight's flickering. I can borrow this bed, right?
Hello, outsider. It's very nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
It's very nice to meet you, outsider. I'm Branch Tender Linden.
So, what did you have to do to become a tree minder?
I sort of fell into it, I guess. I woke up here and I just stayed. After a while, I became one of them.
Okay, so how did you end up here?
I was found dying in the wastes not far from here by a trader caravan. They knew about this place and brought me to Bloomseer Poplar. She nursed me back to health, and I've stayed ever since.
You were dying? How awful. What happened to you?
I was a Brotherhood of Steel outcast. We had a deep patrol out here looking for some tech, and they got jumped by some Deathclaws. They shredded everyone else and left me bleeding to death. If it wasn't for Oasis and Bloomseer Poplar, I'd be dead right now. Honestly, I've never seen anything like this place. It's beautiful. It's a shame only a few people will ever get to see it.
Wow, I'm glad you got out of that life and got into something better. You're right, more people need to see this. Remind me again how you found Oasis?
There isn't much more to the story. I was dying and these people saved my life, so here I'll remain.
Okay, what's your opinion of Tree Father Birch and Leaf Mother Laurel?
I've only known them for a very short time, but when I first arrived, they immediately took me in and treated me just like a son. There aren't many people in the world left like that.
Weird that they would let you in, though. They tend to be pretty xenophobic. Maybe they just made an exception. Tell me about Harold.
Well, I'm not so sure the Great One is a god. I mean, I don't believe in that sort of thing. However, I am beginning to realize he's special. Something greater than any of the creatures in the wasteland.
That's a good take. Any information you could give me on the caves below Oasis would be helpful?
Oasis is located near what used to be an old mining town before the bombs fell. When the attack started about 200 years ago, many people took shelter in the natural caves that dotted the area. The old gate that stands at the mouth of Oasis Cave is the last piece of architecture from those days.
Okay. Thanks, bye.
May the Great One bless you.
Hello.
Revel, outsider. You are under his protection.
Thank you.
Branch Tender Cypress at your service. Welcome to our little home.
So, what did you have to do to become a tree minder?
Actually, you already did some of it. I had to do the ceremony and meet with the Great One. Then Tree Father Birch taught me everything I needed to know about Oasis and how it has to remain a secret. That's why I'm so worried. I just think letting this place spread into the wasteland would be an unwise decision.
What if all the tree minders don't agree with you?
That would worry me. I was out there once, like you. I wandered the wasteland for many years. All I saw was poverty, famine, sickness, hate, and death everywhere I turned. But this place isn't anything like that. We can't allow that kind of evil inside Oasis. We just can't.
If you hoard all the good in the world, why are you surprised that only evil exists beyond your borders? Remind me again what you did to be a tree minder.
Like I said before, thanks to Tree Father Birch, I learned everything I needed to know about Oasis and how it has to remain a secret. That's why I'm so worried. I just think letting this place spread into the wasteland would be an unwise decision.
You're wrong, but how did you end up here?
I was an outsider like yourself, wandering the world aimlessly, wasting my life trying to seek my fortune. When my eyes beheld the splendor of Oasis, I knew I'd found a holy place. Tree Father Birch allowed me to stay, and I've been here ever since.
So they do let in outsiders, but rarely. So, what's your opinion of Tree Father Birch and Leaf Mother Laurel?
I wish they wouldn't argue so much. It makes everyone uncomfortable.
I'd rather have disagreements than authority. Do you have the key to the caves?
Sure. Here you go. Good luck to you.
Oh, alright, thanks. Bye.
May your spirit rest in his branches.
Hi, how's it going?
Hello, youngling. Tell me, do you believe in a higher plane of existence?
I really don't know anymore.
Reality is but perception. In order to transcend, one must alter perception.
Okay, did you want something?
Yes, I'm looking to explore new areas of existence. To do this, I need the substances of transcendence.
Are we talking about drugs?
That is one name for them. I know of a few scattered by. I would like you to go get them for me. Will you accept this journey?
Fuck yeah, that's the kind of spirituality I can get behind. I'll go grab the drugs for you.
Splendid. Here are the locations of the items I desire. I hope to see you again soon.
Alright. Hello.
There's nowhere like this left in the world anymore. Oh, outsider?
I guess that's true.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Bloomseer Poplar, soothsayer and healer of OASIS. It brings me great honor to welcome you.
Oh, thank you. What did you have to do to become a tree minder?
I was the third one to arrive here in OASIS. Tree Father Birch was a bit wary at first, but Leaf Mother Laurel convinced him to let me stay. If she hadn't been around, I doubt Birch would have ever let me stay here. After a while, they taught me their ways, and together we developed the ceremony of purification that you undertook.
Okay, so how did you end up here?
My father was a healer like myself. He had the most curious books I would read about trees and plants and their medicinal properties. Many years later, I heard a rumor about a place such as this. I spent a decade in search of it. I've been in this wonderful place for over 15 years now.
Well, it seems like Birch is the one that's, xenophobic. Anyway, what's your opinion on him and Laurel?
Lately, things have gotten a bit worse between them. It sometimes takes months for them to agree on things. I know they love each other greatly, but I'm afraid the strain of leadership is tearing them apart.
Yeah, it seems like there's a bit of an ideological schism between them, even though no one is just listening to Harold. Oh, actually, why don't you tell me about Harold?
He's not my god. He's everyone's god. You, me, everyone. This place isn't meant just for the tree minders. It's for all mankind.
Oh, so you agree with Laurel. Well, I agree with that out of the two perspectives.
Oh, if only Tree Father Birch saw it as you do. Of everyone, he's been here the longest. You'd think he'd realize that this place won't remain a secret forever. The caravans know about it, and you found it. How long before someone comes to take this place by force? No, I say allow this place to grow, and that issue becomes moot.
Good point. And, wait, the caravans found out? Yeah, it's not going to be a secret for much longer. Could you repeat that for me, please?
Like I said, he's everyone's god. This place isn't meant just for the tree minders. It's for all mankind.
Right. So is there any information on the caves below Oasis that would be helpful?
Be wary of the water in the caves. I fear they still carry the sting of radiation from the bombs.
Yeah, probably. So what's causing this place to grow? Is it just Harold?
In what we call the harvest month, the Great One creates seeds among his branches within seed pods. At the end of this time, the pods open and the seeds are carried quite easily upon the wind. It's quite beautiful. Wherever the seeds take purchase, they grow into trees, plants, grass, or all manner of wonderful things.
Right, yeah, if this is Project China, then it's definitely taken a different form than the vines it used to be. Anyway, bye.
May you remain under the canopy of his protection.
Thank you.
There's nowhere like this left in the world anymore, hey, outsider?
Hi, you two.
Yes, outsider, what is it?
May I ask you about the tree minders?
Of course. We're quite open about everything here.
How did the tree minders begin?
When I first beheld the glory of the Great One, I knew there'd be others who would seek to do him harm. I also knew he would be calling others that he felt were pure of heart to protect him. Right then and there, I created the Tree Minders, the Great One's last line of defense.
How did you know that? Did you just decide that, or did you even actually talk to Harold? How did the Tree Minders normally handle other outsiders?
If the outsider doesn't have his blessing, we simply deny him entry to our home. If they persist on trying to gain entry, or display any hostile act that could potentially harm the Great One, we take action. If the outsider were a raider or some other nefarious type, we ensure they don't report our location back to their comrades.
All right, well, could I become a tree minder?
Becoming a disciple of the Great One takes many years of dedication and the will to cast aside your reliance on technological conveniences. However, I feel you've been sent here for a higher purpose and could be more instrumental in our future than a mere tree minder.
Yeah, I figured the answer was going to be no. Your names are quite unfamiliar to me. What do they mean?
The first part of our name represents our role in the tree minders. The youngest are the saplings, still learning what it means to live in Oasis. The branch tenders are our guardians and keep our home safe. Our healers and soothsayers are known as bloom seers. Finally, the tree father and the leaf mother are the creators and the upholders of the Great One's laws.
Huh, so this is kind of like a dual-oligarchy where the two of you are in charge. I'd like to ask about something else.
Go on.
So if this place has living plants, does that mean the water is safe to drink?
I'm afraid the water still bears the mark of man's greed. It's his reminder of what we once were. Perhaps one day he will see fit to lift this punishment, but I fear we have yet to command his full respect.
Or maybe he just can't purify radiation from water? I have some questions about the task you gave me.
By all means, ask away.
Why didn't you just travel to Harold's Heart on your own?
I would if I was able, but he will not allow us entry. His roots bar the door, and we have yet to earn the right to pass.
Yeah, because you're not going to do what he wants, so he's not going to let you into his organs. Were you aware that Laurel gave me this liniment?
Of course I am. I know everything that goes on in Oasis. Laurel is free to pursue whatever path she chooses. A long time ago, it was agreed that the Tree Father and the Leaf Mother hold equal say. I don't seek to change those customs. I just hope when the time comes, you'll make the right choice.
So where did the sap come from?
Bloomseer Poplar has a unique understanding of the innate power that lay dormant in the plants you see around you. She created the sap with the knowledge she brought to us from the wasteland.
Ah, so she knows how to turn Harold's gift into drugs. Nice. So where's the entrance to the caves?
You'll find the entrance in the southwestern part of Oasis.
Okay. I need to ask about something else.
Go on.
Any information you could give me on the caves below Oasis?
Just like a cancer would infest our bodies, the caves below us are infested with vermin. You'd do well to be cautious down there. We've lost a few tree minders in the past.
Oh, wait, so does that mean Harold hoped you would honor his wish in the past? I guess that's changed.
Have no fear, outsider. I know you'll make a wise decision.
Yes, I will. Hello, Laurel.
You have questions for me, outsider?
Could I ask you about the tree minders?
Please, go right ahead.
So how did the tree minders begin?
I'm afraid I can take none of the credit for my husband's creation. I arrived perhaps a year after him, well after he established the tree minders.
Okay, how do the tree minders normally handle other outsiders?
Without his blessing, we would not allow an outsider inside this veil.
Okay, could I become a tree minder?
Although we would welcome you with open arms, you are obviously drawn here to help us. What remains to be seen is what that help turns out to be.
All right. Can I ask about something else?
Yes?
I have some questions about the tasks you gave me.
Certainly. Please ask them.
Why didn't you just travel to Harold's Heart on your own?
The Great One has not yet allowed us entry below ground. We were uncertain as to why until you arrived.
Okay, where did the liniment come from?
The liniment was made by Bloom-seer Poplar. Her knowledge of his gifts and how they can be used to help us is nothing short of astounding.
Right. Where's the entrance to the caves?
The entrance to the caves is to the southwest of the pavilion.
Okay, thank you. Can I ask something else?
Yes?
Is there anything you can tell me about the caves?
If the Great One knows you to be worthy of his grace, he will allow you to pass through to his heart.
All right, bye.
May the Great One bless you.
Okay. Oh, hi.
Cast aside your bits of technology and marvel at his miracles, outsider. Hiya!
So what did you do to become a tree minder?
Just get born, I guess. You're funny.
Oh, so you're one of the kids of the tree minders. How did you end up here?
I was born here, silly.
Oh, right, yeah. What do you think of Tree Father Birch and Leaf Mother Laurel?
They're the best parents ever.
Oh, you're their kid. Oh, there's a bit of an age gap there. Why didn't you tell me about Harold?
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his roots after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
Aw, so you're the only one that actually talks to Harold as a person. That's really sweet. What's Harold scared of?
Sorry, that's only for secrets between friends.
Aw. Could you tell me what you said about Harold again?
That's okay. I like talking about Harold's... He's really nice. He's my best friend. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his roots after I have a bad dream. I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
Alright, I won't press you on the secret because it's none of my business. What do you know about the caves?
My parents told me never to go past the old gate. There are monsters in there.
Yeah, alright, bye.
Farewell, outsider.
There's nowhere like this left in the world
I'll go talk
anymore.
to the guard.
Oh, outsider?
Hello?
Yes, what can I do for you on this beautiful day?
So what did you do to be a tree minder?
I had to accept the ideals of Tree Father Birch and cast away my dependence on technology.
Okay, so how did you end up here?
I was brought here by his will. I heard his calling, and I followed. I believe only a few are worthy enough to find this place, and I'm honored to be among them. That's why I dread the day OASIS overgrows its boundaries.
Ah, you're a true believer of Birch, huh? I don't see what you're so worried about anyway. OASIS is off the beaten path as it is.
I suppose so, but you found it. How many others will stumble across OASIS? Will they be friendly? I'm worried, outsider. I'm truly worried.
Well, you need to make up your mind. Did I just stumble across it, or was I called here by your god? Remind me again how you found OASIS?
I was brought here by his will. I heard his calling, and I followed. Isn't it wonderful?
Are you sure you didn't just stumble in here? See what I mean? So, what's your opinion of Birch and Laurel?
I think this place would be lost if it weren't for them. There's no telling what fate may have befallen the Great One if someone like the godless raiders had gotten here first.
Or the Enclave, or whatever. So why don't you tell me about Harold?
He is the Great One, the Tree Father of Tree Fathers. There is no greater being in the world than he. I've dedicated my life to protecting this place from the outside world, and I will never fail in that duty.
If you say so. Bye.
May you remain under the canopy of his protection.
Oh, hey, I'm just gonna go talk to Harold.